Hello. In this course we will study the basics of programming in Automation Studio version 6. First of all, we will prepare our input module. As you see, the input module have 8 input channels. The input module starts from in 0 to in 7 of 24 volt DC. We add the power. We connect the first switch to IN0, we name it S1. We connect the second switch to IN1, we name it S2. We connect the third switch to IN2, we name it S3. We start the simulation. As you see, once we click in one of the switches, the input connected to it turns on as well. Let us now prepare our output module. As you see, this is an output card that have 8 output channels, 24 volt DC. We add the power. Now we connect 3 bulbs connected simultaneously to out0, out1, out2. We name it H1, H2, H3. Let us now bring the rung. The rung is the power flow of the PLC program. We will be working in ladder mode. The ladder mode is very easy for understanding, as it looks like electrical schematics. First we place the rung. We place now the normally open contact as an input and one coil as an output. We connect them directly with a wire. Now we start linking them to the PLC cards. This contact will be linked to IN0. And the coil will be linked to OUT0. We run the simulation. As you see, once the IN0 receive power by closing S1, the out0 turns on. As result, the bulb turn on. This is a direct instruction. Now I will do the same between IN1 and out1 and IN2 and OUT2. Please follow carefully. We run the simulation. We have a direct connection between the three inputs and output, so IN0 turns on OUT0 and IN1 turns OUT1 and IN2 turns OUT2. Now, I will change the PLC program. We will let the three bulbs light when at least one of the switches is close. As you see, when we push one of the switches, the three bulbs light. This is what we call the parallel function. We change now the PLC program. We will let the three boucles light when all of the switches are close. As you see, the bulbs light only when all of the switches are close. This is what we call the serial or the AND function. Now we will be using the normally close contact connected directly to OUT0. We link the NC contact to IN0 and as the output coil to OUT0. As you see on the simulation, the OUT0 is on when the S1 is open, and once S1 is close, then the bulb turns off. This is the inverse or the NOT function. Now, we will show the set and the reset function. To do, we will have to use two inputs S1 and S2 and one set reset coil. We connect the S1 to the set and the S2 to the reset. On the simulation, once S1 is close, the OUT0 will be set to 1. To reset it to 0, we will have to push the S2. This is the set and reset function. It is very used on PLC programs.